Okay, let's continue making our model. Better and better, hopefully. Yeah, of course it will be. I mean, if we look at some references, let's make this like this. If we look some references and, for example, for high heels, something like that, we'll see that this is a little bit thicker in this direction here. And the leg has this a little bit of something like a muscle in front. There are a group of muscles that are coming in front, which is cool. We'll have to fill here because it's a little empty, but we'll see. We'll see how it is. The knees, we have to do them like this, and here we'll make it so. Okay, other thing, probably these things should go a little bit down. This should be a little bit thicker. How to make it? So get off perspective. We don't need perspective for now, or even perspective will interfere with our things. So I just moved it, and now it's a little bit more like it. Has to be, like it has to be. Alright. So smoothing here, not smoothing, but making it with the trim dynamic, trimming it. Yeah, probably trimming it. Why not? And we have to look at the concept, of course. It has good legs. They are not exactly anatomical in the concept because they have boots and also some kind of pants, but still we have to have a good base anatomy below in order to make it work. We'll make this. This will be like this. Okay. Here I'll make some kind of a line. It's cool. Also here we'll have a line because these are our abdominal muscles here. And we don't make every and each of these abdominal muscles. Most of the time they are not visible, especially in women. But yeah, we can make some things. So here we can make it like this. Yeah, it looks fine. We can make a little bit thinner waistline here, because in the concept it's pretty thin. And I'm avoiding it, but at some point I would have to go and make the fingers. Fingers, I always make them good, but I just avoid it, you know. I don't want to do this. No, I'm joking, of course. It's a joke. Okay. Today is the 1st of April, basically. Yeah, when you're looking at this tutorial, watching it, probably it won't be 1st of April, but for me it is, so yeah. But even if it wasn't, joking is a good way to distract yourself from some dark thoughts, if you have ones, you know, of course. So here, this area is very important, and we have to do it properly. Here. Okay. Doesn't look bad. Probably, yeah, we need more time. We need more time with this model. In the back, we don't need to do a lot of geometry, a lot of anatomy. Also a lot of geometry we don't need in the back because yeah, after all of this will be covered by pants, there'll be wrinkles and stuff, but I just wanted to be aesthetically nice, to look aesthetically nice, and that's why I'm doing it. And also we can learn something from making anatomy. And anatomy is always useful. When you're making some kind of a monster or something, anatomy is just irreplaceable. You have to have your anatomy knowledge in order to make this kind of things. Otherwise, they will be broken. And you will say, but you know, monsters, nobody have seen them, so we can make them whatever we want. Yes, you can make them wherever you want, but they have to be believable. They have to be based on some realistic something, based on insect, based on a fish, based on jellyfish even. The thing is that if you don't base your monsters on anything, they will be baseless and they will be hard to be accepted. But the thing is that you have to make something that people accept, you know. Don't make unacceptable things. So I have opened some references. Yeah, pretty important to have references. Other than that, otherwise, you will be probably lost. So references are a very good thing to have them. So I just wrote in Google woman legs, and there are a few things, but yeah, the thing is that not every image will work for you. You have to seek images that are in close, they're closely related to your thing that you have to make. So I'm seeking woman legs that are in basically this pose that I have here. Other woman legs that are crossed or something, they don't do me good, you know. I don't need them. So this is cool. And the legs are coming out pretty nice. Of course, we can always make them better. And that's what we want to do. Also, we want to touch the face a little bit more. We're not finished with it. Yes. And probably we won't be finished with the face until the final stage. Until the rendering, maybe. I will see. So here. Okay, I want to do it a little bit on the back. This, okay. Alright. Here. This is going to be like this. There's this wrinkle here with the big you know, woman, they know. They have this little wrinkle here. It's not mandatory, but it makes it look a little bit more realistic. Although sometimes we don't seek realism, we seek aesthetics, we seek even unrealistic beauty, which is cool. But I like to put a note of realism most of the time. So let's turn our attention to the hands. Let's see, just the model. It's relatively cool. Of course, in this area we can drag it a little bit. Yes, here. So just tiny little touches and I'm rotating all the time the model to see it from all angles and to see how it looks from all angles. And it's, for now, it's pretty much fine. Doesn't look bad. But we'll do it, we'll make it look better. Even better, yeah. Okay, Brazilian ass here. Okay, not bad. The legs long, cool. So now we will cut, no, not like this. We'll cut the hands by angle. It's cool, yeah. So split hidden, and we have them in another subtool. It will be better this way until we make them. So solo mode, and now we're just making this, and nothing is getting in our way, which is cool. Obviously, when you get your palm like this, your thumbnail will go in this direction in front of the camera. So I will rotate it like this, and even a little bit upwards. Yeah, you have to pay attention to your hand when you're making this kind of models, especially when you're making hands, of course. Your hand will give you the best representation of hand possible. Of course, you can go and seek for images of hands in internet, which is cool. But since you have, for example, I'm drawing with my right, and I have my left hand to look at, always, all the time. So I have a pretty good reference. When we're making faces, when I'm making male faces, I can look myself in the mirror. I rarely do that, almost never, but I can. And the thing is, the thing between I can and I do is that I can do it, but I don't, which is a mistake. I have to do it, and I will learn a lot, because I'm a real human. And when you're looking from a real human, I mean present in your location, it's the best reference. Images and stuff, not so much, but the real human is the best. So if you can find that kind of reference, it's cool. So I'm making this hand here, hand, okay, and let's just apply Dynamesh, not this kind of Dynamesh, probably a little bit bigger resolution, around, yeah, 96 is cool. Okay, 96 is fine. Now we'll make the planes of the hand. So here we have to have this kind of arch, and we have to have also the knuckles arching like this. So here will be our pinky, the other finger. They will start from there. These things we have to just move or smooth in that matter. You can smooth it, and look your hand from below, from the palm side, and you will notice that your fingers from the palm side are shorter than your fingers from the other side, from here. Why is that? Because we have this webbing that's going on. Knuckles start from here, and the fingers in this part start from around this area, but you'll see now when we make the fingers. First, let's make one finger. It will be like this, and it's a pretty big finger, but it can do. Yeah, it's cool. I'll accept it, and then I'll make it a little bit smaller. Yeah, it's just messing around, but we can do anything from anything in ZBrush. So of course, the closer the form is to what we want to do, the better. But we can do it almost anything. So for example, to make a finger from sphere, it will be possible, although not very practical. So we have to think about practicality also. Okay, now I'm starting to do this finger. Just I have to look at my reference, not the reference, but I have to look at my concept to see how the fingers are in the concept, because we need to make them like they are there. It will be much easier after to not pose the fingers, although it's not very difficult to pose the fingers, especially if you have a low poly of them. So this is one finger. It looks pretty good. Of course I can separate, and I will split and mask points, and now the fingers are separated from this. They're here, and we will just shift click and get all the visibility of the other subtools off, so we'll have only this visible and the other tool. Both will have eyes, so they will be visible. The eyes means they're visible. Okay, Dynamesh, and I will try to make it work little by little. The lower the poly count, the better in this particular case for now. So this is pretty good finger in my opinion. Let's just move it a little bit on the side and probably a little bit like this. So yeah, next finger we'll put here and we'll make it a little bit bigger, huge, and a little bit longer. And also look from the side, it will be a little bit like this, and then like that. And also we have to, let me check, okay, move. We have to just a little bit more make this finger like this, and the other one, I'm just reversing the mask if you're wondering what I'm doing. The other one we will bend it a bit like this, and then we'll fix it. It has to be bent, so we're bending it. Has to be bent more, but I will just rotate it and it will be probably enough. It's good. Let me see. Okay, it has to be a little bit more like this, and between the fingers you will notice we have this straight area here. We have to have that. I mean, don't make the fingers like this, like V shape. Make it like this. It will be better. So that's cool. And this finger I don't like because it's a little bit of... Now it's good. Now it's better. Yeah, it takes time to make fingers and stuff, of course. Let's make the other finger. And we are using control and move. Doing it, this finger will be smaller and shorter, and it will be more bent than the other. And of course the pinky will be the most bent finger ever, or just in this hand. Okay, let me see. Doesn't look bad. And of course we'll make the pinky, and we will see you in the next tutorial. Just make the pinky little, and then like this, and then just put it in place, rotate it a little bit, Alright, it's going alright, the hand looks fine. Yeah, somehow fine. Doesn't look bad. From this direction. It's pretty cool. Okay, we'll continue with this in the next video.